But I want to thank everyone who came and watched this. I know some people came in and came out, but there was a core group who stayed in and watched this throughout. So I want to thank you guys. Oh, by the way, I asked a question at the beginning, and I'm going to bring it back, and no one gave the answer. Abdul Gaines, if you're still out there, does anyone know who can answer the question? Does anyone know? Does anyone know? Can anyone tell me why Juwan Howard wore the number 25? I'm going to take a sip of my coffee here, and I'm going to wait and see if anyone can give the answer. Does anyone know why Juwan Howard wore the number 25? And there are a lot of guys. It goes back to the city of Chicago. And there are a lot of guys who wear the number 25, and there's a reason for that. So I'll wait. Wow, I lost a couple people with just that trivia question. Does anyone know why Juwan Howard wore the number 25 in college? And I think he wore it in the pros as well. I've been talking so long, my coffee's cold. I'll give it 20 seconds this time, then I'll give you guys the answer. As a hint, there was a documentary on ESPN that talked about where Juwan Howard says why he wore the number 25. 2001, 2002, 2003. By the way, that's what referees do when they're doing the out of bounds plays, or when a point guard is advancing the ball up the court. They do a 2001, 2002, 2003. So I'm starting the count now. 20 seconds. If none of you guys can give me the answer, I'll just give it to you. Why did Juwan Howard wear the number 25? 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004, 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008, 2009, 2010, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Wow, no one's answered it. Not even Abdul Gaines. All right, the answer is, it is in tribute to Benji Wilson. If none of you have watched it, I highly recommend watching this 30 for 30, the Benji Wilson documentary. In 1983, I believe, the 83-84 season, Benji Wilson was the number one high school player in the United States. They called him Magic, but with a jump shot. So he was about 6'8", 6'9". He had guard skills. He could shoot it. He could handle it. He could pass it. And he attended Chicago Simeon High School. Derrick Rose went to Simeon. Jabari Parker went to Simeon. A lot of the great players in Chicago went to Simeon. Again, he was the number one player in the United States, and he was getting recruited by Illinois. He was getting recruited by Notre Dame. He was getting recruited by Indiana. He was getting recruited by everybody. And his life he lost his life due to some foolish inner city violence. He had a random run-in one day with two guys from the neighborhood. They bumped, some words were exchanged, and one of the guys pulled out and shot him in his leg. And he bled to death because the ambulance took him to a non-trauma hospital, and he didn't get the immediate care that he needed. And he died. So, and he arguably, for his senior season, and also Nick Anderson went over to Simeon to play with Benji, and they arguably would have gone back and won the state tournament again. And Benji would have gone on to play in college, probably in the pros. So the whole basketball landscape would have been different had this kid kept his life and went on to the college and the pro levels. So it's a good documentary. It's a sad story. If you haven't watched it, I recommend it.